So here's as far as selecting your gear, as far as your hook and Corkie setup. Here's kind of what you need to be thinking about. This what I have here is a size 2 octopus hook, barbless. Now just look at the bite size. Say if a fish's mouth was grabbing the Corkie, it would actually slip off without hitting the tip of the hook. So here's just a couple of the sizes, from largest down to smallest. You're probably going to have the highest percentage of a salmon being hooked by grabbing that Corkie, its mouth slipping off, and see how the hook is well outside the size of the Corkie. This will work here too. This is size 10, and that'll work just fine. This is size 12, and you're just going to have a higher percentage of hookups. The next thing is the yarn. The kind of yarn that I find easiest to tie would be chubby yarn. Although I can't find certain colors in that type of yarn. But typically you're going to want to complement the color of the Corkie with the color of yarn. So, this one, I'd probably use pink on these two here. This one here, I'm probably going to use orange yarn. And this here, I would use green yarn on this, although, like I said, these Corkies are much too large for this hook. Okay, so here's the type of weight you want to buy. You'll find it in spools like this at any fishing store, Sportco or Cabela's. Get a pliers, fishing pliers, and you can punch a hole in it. So you crimp the end and make it flat. So you'll cut off a piece like this, flatten the end out, and then poke the hole through, and then it snaps to your swivel. So here's how the entire setup should be. This is the line coming from your reel. So it comes down and ties to a swivel, which that same swivel you hook that weight onto. So that way your main line is casted out, your weight hits the bottom, it's bouncing every couple seconds, and your rig is floating up off the bottom. Of course, the size of Corkie and size of hook will factor into that a little bit as far as how far it goes off the bottom and the length of leader. So from what I found, this is the most reliable knot and easiest knot to tie just for hooking up to a swivel. You're going to loop it through, twist it 5 to 7 times, and it's kind of like a half fisherman's knot. Push through the end there and pull it tight, and that knot will never fail. One thing you'll want to do is keep your newly tied setups in a Ziploc baggie, just because if you let them sit in your garage, the line will actually dry out, or if you let them sit in somewhere, your entire line, if you're using monofilament line, it actually absorbs odors, so it can smell like gasoline, or if you leave it in your kitchen, it could smell like food. So just stick it in a Ziploc baggie, and that way there won't be any odors, and the line won't snap.